kind of like Metroid. You know, I played the Super Metroid, I played all the Game Boy games, even played the original Metroid. This one's had a bit of a whoopsie daisies, but whatever. But I haven't played any of the, you know, I played all the mainline games. I haven't played any of the spin-offs yet. Like, I really wanted to play Metroid Prime finally, because, you know, Metroid Prime 4 is coming out soon. So I got this Gamecube disc, you know, everything should work fine. It's a pretty nice Gamecube disc, a little scratched up, but, you know, they all are. My issue is that I bought a Gamecube that doesn't work, because of course I did. Now, it turns on, but this guy doesn't read discs. So I'm gonna have to take it apart and get it working again. All right, I'm gonna start. I gotta take the, I got one with the Game Boy player on, which is cool. But take this out. It's like it's just held on by these two things. Just comes up. Oh, that's not very... I don't know. Oh, those are screws. Okay. I don't know why it sounded like a maraca. Nope, nothing down there. Just gonna leave those on. It's a little messy, but ooh, that's ooh. That's fresh. Anyways, I'm not too worried about the filth on here. I mean, I'll get the insides a little clean so it doesn't start suffocating or nothing. But anyway, I think it's just what, 4 screws. Looks like it. Those special screws. Get the iFixit toolkit out. And grab the big ones for consoles, the small ones for games. Well, that just barely fits. Oh, yeah, this has never been opened before. That's pretty crisp. Let's try it. Oh, we lost all 4 screws. Perfect. Now, this should just come off, I think. And there you go. Now then, this is our, this is what's going wrong here. And the fix I have is to just give this laser a little bit more power, because you can do that in these drives. And it'll work a little bit more for a little bit longer before you need to replace this, but that should get me through Metroid Prime. So, let's get all the screws out. All right. And if I remember right, because I took one of these apart a couple weeks ago for a friend, that should just, yeah, that comes out. You can pull this out here. Yeah, just a little standard ribbon connector. And then this also pops out just by pushing it out like that. Yeah. Okay. Then I think this comes off now. Yeah, that's the power supply right there. That's the, you know, power. Maybe, I think it's just a power switch. There's not a power supply in there, but it has the fan too. 3 more screws, and then 4 right here with these metal things. There you go. Oh, that's handy. Little tray for your screws. All right, and I think this comes off with the metal plate. Is there a screw back here? There's 4 screws back there, let's see. Back to the big bit. I wanted that there. Oh, all right, well, it should come out now. I don't know where that screw went, but no, who needs it? Anyway, this can go to the side. Oh, there it went, perfect. And then now we have the disk drive, but the thing to adjust the power, called a potentiometer, is on the underside, so we need to take this middle plate off. Oh. Go to the side. Okay, if I remember right, I think this is the potentiometer. So this is basically, it's a resistor that you can change how much resistance goes through it. Basically, high resistance, less power. So this probably has a high resistance right now. We can lower the resistance, more power to the laser. Should redisc for a bit longer before, you know, it blows up and dies. But yeah, so let me get this guy. So this can measure the resistance across the variable resistor, or the potentiometer. So I think should be these two leads. Nope, that's open. Maybe these two leads. There you go. So it's about 183 right now. So if I screw it lefty-loosey, about a quarter turn. That's a lot. That's maybe not that much. I don't know if it can blow up your discs or anything, but I'd rather that not happen if it can. Okay, 183 to 100. That's we'll give it a shot. All right, and I've got it fully put back together and ready to be played. Okay, not really, but this should be good enough to test out the disc at the very least. So I'm gonna go hook this up to my TV and just see what happens whenever I put a disc in. Okay, I got my Metroid disc, I got my game set up here, and I don't have a controller ports plugged in, so it should just boot up if the disc is in, so I'm gonna just give it a shot. All right, I didn't break the Gamecube. It didn't do the thing though, which isn't good. And the disc isn't. Why isn't the disc spinning? Oh! That's why. It thinks the disc tray's open. All right, let me turn it off. I'll hold this and then turn it back on. I should have swapped hands for this. Yep, it's doing a thing. Does it read the disc though? No. It does not like the disc. Let me plug a controller in and we can try that. Okay, got the GameCube controller scientifically plugged in, and let's give this another shot. Turn it on first. Disc isn't going to spin, so it's not going to do the thing. But I can turn on the disk drive and flick up to the game, and then it'll stop spinning and say no disk. 1 second, I'm gonna see if this is my Metroid Prime disc. All right, here I've got a copy of Pikmin, which I know works, and also has 0 scratches because nobody plays Pikmin. And so I put that in. I'm gonna give it the go-ahead to spin. And let's see what the GameCube says. It's spinning a lot more now. And it reads the disc. Well, Alright, I'm only a little bit very mad, but for sanity's sake, or maybe insanity's sake, I'm gonna give this another try. Oh? Okay, well that's what was happening before. So that's... Okay. Inconsistent. Try again. I'm holding down the disk drive, so it should, you know, do its thing. And it should just boot and it doesn't give me an error. I'm mad. I'm not happy. Why? You did it fine for Pikmin. Okay, I've given this a little bit of thought, about 10 seconds worth. So, Pikmin disc is basically just unscratched perfectly fine. This disc, it's Metroid Prime, so of course it got played a bunch, so it's pretty scratched. I don't know if that's coming through, but so the only logical solution is that the drive needs more power, and that's the only way it can read the disc better. So let's give it more power. I also forgot to put the a metal shield in here, but I don't think that was affecting anything. I can give it a look later on. So Desire, okay. So I'm gonna give this like a smidge looser. So it was at like 100 ohms before, which I think is way too high or way too low, but I mean, as long as it doesn't blow up my disc, then that's fine because this thing's already junk. Let's look at what it is now. 88. We'll live life on the edge. We'll lower it just a smidge more. Okay, what do you got now? That's a bit too low. I want like a 0.6 or a 60, I guess. That's 90. All right, we really gotta hone this in here. All right, I barely moved it. That should be good. You know what? I'll take a 0.068. All right, I'll plug this back in and give it a shot. All right, now that she's fully assembled, we'll give it another go. Hopefully that works. Moment of truth time. Spinning. It's thinking. It's still spinning. Oh my gosh, it just needed more power. I'm so excited. I can finally Metroid Prime. Well, that seemed to do the trick. It just needed more power, which I will, not complain about until this breaks in, about 30 minutes of gameplay. But until that happens, I've got a working GameCube. And so I will play as much Metroid Prime as I can. I'm very excited. So I'm gonna get this plugged back together and have fun playing with my GameCube. Well, this is rare. Usually I have a screw left over from a project, but I'm missing a screw. I'm missing the screw that holds this guy down. I'm not really sure where it's went. Also, this cable's caught, but it's in there. There you go. Hiding from me. I gotta unscrew this back, and there you go. That's a GameCube. Fully restored, for the most part. I didn't bother to clean it out, mostly because I just want to play my Metroid Prime. And I want to open it up anyway soon, whenever the drive inevitably gives up again. But, for now, this is gonna serve me nicely. All right, this is the end of video. Oh my. It's a gaping hole in it. So as I was saying, this is the end of video bit. So heed this advice and have a good one.